The last hug on the beach, the goodbye that changed Pikachu's heart forever. Hi friends! Today I'm going to tell a very sad, but very beautiful story. It's about Pikachu and a Persian kitten at the beach. Before you hear the whole thing, make sure to subscribe to the channel, okay? Because this story might change your heart too. It was Mother's Day Sunday on the golden sands of Copacabana Beach, in Brazil. Pikachu was holding a little blue flower in his tiny paws and his heart felt heavy. Beside him, Mia, a Persian kitten with sad eyes, walked without strength. They didn't have their moms anymore. Pikachu wanted to honor his mom at Sugarloaf Mountain, where she always took him to watch the sunset. But that year, she wouldn't be there. "Let's go up, Mia," he said softly. "Maybe she can see us from the sky." As they walked through the streets of Rio, between the Santa Teresa tram and the colors of the Celerin steps, the world felt emptier. Mia trembled, remembering the last time she purred in her mother's lap. "Why did they leave?" she meowed, tears in her eyes. Subscribe, friend, to find out what Pikachu will do next. At the top of Christ the Redeemer, they made a heart with seashells and petals. Pikachu closed his eyes, whispered, "I love you, Mom," and the wind seemed to answer. Suddenly, an old lady appeared with a yellow umbrella and said, "Are you two alone?" She took them to her home near Ipanema Beach. She was a woman who had also lost her son. Now, she called them, "my little electric babies." For the first time, Mia purred with joy. And Pikachu smiled again. That lady became their new mom. Love lived in their little hearts again. Because sometimes, life separates, but love always finds a new path. Like, subscribe, and comment, Happy Mother's Day! And if this story touched your heart, share it and support us with a donation. That way, we can keep telling stories that make the world cry, and then smile. Thank you from our little hearts. The Mommy the Sky took, Pikachu and the Persian kitten's saddest and most beautiful tribute. Hi friends! Today is Mother's Day, but this story might make your heart feel a little heavy. It's about Pikachu and the Persian kitten, who lost their moms. Subscribe now to find out what happened to them, because this story might bring tears to your eyes. It was Mother's Day in Paris, and Pikachu was holding a little letter with trembling paws. Beside him, the Persian kitten was quietly crying. They stood alone in front of the Eiffel Tower, where their mothers used to take them every year, but now, they were no longer there. "Do you think they can see us from the sky?" the kitten asked, eyes full of tears. "Let's go to Montmartre to make our tribute from the highest place," Pikachu replied. Along the way, they passed the River Seine, the Louvre Museum, and the Pont des Arts. Each place brought back memories that hurt. As they walked, it started to rain. They found shelter in Notre Dame Cathedral, where many lit candles for their mothers. Pikachu whispered, "Mommy, this letter is for you. I can still feel your scent in the wind." Subscribe now to find out what happens when they release that letter into the sky. At the top of the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, they tied the letter to a red heart-shaped balloon. But the balloon wouldn't rise. It was stuck in a tree. That's when a kind French lady appeared with an umbrella and helped them. She had lost her own son. "Can I be your mommy too?" she asked, with tears in her eyes. At that moment, they both hugged her. And the balloon rose. It rose high, all the way to the sky. and the sky seemed to smile. Now, they have a new mommy. But the love for their first ones lives in every sunset over Paris. Comment, Happy Mother's Day, like, subscribe, and share this story with someone you love. And if you can, make a donation to help us keep touching little hearts around the world. The Balloon of Love, Pikachu and the Persian cat's sweetest tribute at Mount Fuji. Hi, little friends. Today is a very special day. It's Mother's Day. But did you know that two sweet friends wanted to honor all the moms in the world? Subscribe now to see what Pikachu and the Persian cat planned in the most beautiful place in Japan. Pikachu woke up very early, with his heart full of love. He grabbed a glittery envelope, drew little hearts, and wrote, "To all the moms who care with all their heart." Next to him, the beige Persian cat, a realistic original of the Persian breed, was getting a huge red heart-shaped balloon ready. They were going to climb to the top of Mount Fuji, surrounded by blooming cherry trees and traditional wooden Japanese houses, to release the most special balloon ever. But halfway up the trail, the wind tore the envelope with the letter inside. Pikachu quietly started to cry, and the cat tried to gather all the tiny pieces. Subscribe now to find out how they turned this sad moment into something truly beautiful. At the top, where the sky touches the earth, a group of elderly Japanese ladies appeared, wearing colorful kimonos. They saw the two looking sad and helped sew the pieces of the letter back together using golden thread. "Now it's even more beautiful, just like a mother's love," said one of them with a smile. "Even when it breaks, it can be stitched back with care." They tied the letter to the balloon and released it together. The balloon rose, gently floating among cherry blossoms, until it disappeared into the blue sky above Mount Fuji. And in that moment, it felt like every mother in the world was smiling from above. Comment, Happy Mother's Day, like, subscribe, share this tribute, and if you can, support us with a donation so we can keep creating heartfelt stories that touch people's hearts. The Broken Heart of Herat, the kitten and Pikachu find light in the darkness. Hi, little friends. I want to tell you a very special, but also sad, story. Let's travel to the ancient city of Herat, in Afghanistan, a place with beautiful ruins and mosques, but also full of pain. On a cold night, the Persian kitten was alone among the ruins, crying. "My family was taken by the war." It was cold and sad, with no one left. By its side, Pikachu, also sad, looked up at the smoke-filled sky. What will happen to them? Leave a like and subscribe for more touching stories. But then, Pikachu made a little pika pika, and a soft light shone from its cheeks. And guess what happened? Children from the city came close, bringing bread and warm blankets, giving them a safe spot among the stones. With that, the kitten and Pikachu smiled for the first time in days. The lesson? Friendship brings light, even in the darkness. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's spread love and hope to those who need it. Thank you so much for watching, little friends. Pikachu and the Persian kitten, they cried tears of joy for their first subscriber in the Dubai desert. Hi, little friends. Let's go to Arabia, to Dubai, near the golden dunes and the Burj Khalifa shining in the sky. But today is so emotional. The fluffy beige Persian kitten and Pikachu, with droopy ears, are crying. Our channel has no subscribers. They wanted to teach and go on adventures, but no one was watching. Oh, how sad. My little eyes got teary. Suddenly, a child subscribes, their very first fan. But they almost get lost in the dunes looking for them. They shout, "Where are you?" They finally meet, and Pikachu shines with joy. Want to see more? Subscribe, like, and share to help our channel grow. Together, they dance happily in the desert. The lesson? One friend changes everything. Thank you, my sweethearts, for all your love. Like and share for more adventures. The girl's dream that needs you, Pikachu and the Persian kitty's mission. Hi, little friends. Today, we're traveling to Cabo Verde, a beautiful country in Africa, surrounded by a bright blue sea and golden beaches. The golden sand sparkled like gold under the sun. But not everything was happiness. On the soft sand, a dreamy little girl wiped away her tears. Her biggest wish was to study and edit videos to help her family, but she didn't have a computer. Without it, her dreams were slipping further away. That's when Pikachu and a fluffy Persian kitty found her. Their eyes lit up with emotion. They couldn't let this happen. They had to do something. Pikachu looked at the kitty, and they had a brilliant idea. What if we all helped this girl? We can make a difference. They created a fundraising campaign, and you can be part of this miracle. Subscribe to the channel, like, and share this emotional story. And most importantly, donate now to change this girl's life. Together, we can turn tears into smiles. Thank you, little friends. See you in the next adventure. Pikachu and Persian kitten, tears and hope in the Bamiyan Valley. Hi, little friends. Let's go to Afghanistan, to the Bamiyan Valley, a beautiful place with tall mountains and giant stone statues that disappeared a long time ago. But it's so sad. The Persian kitten, with messy fur, cries, "I lost my home." Pikachu, with faded cheeks, sobs, "I'm all alone." The cold wind blows through the broken stones, and they shiver. How heartbreaking, right? Suddenly, Pikachu glows with a yellow light, warming the kitten. Want to see the happy ending? Subscribe, like, and share for more adventures. Oh no, the wind takes their home away. They shout, "Come back." Will they be okay? They hug each other and plant a tiny pink flower. The lesson? Friends give strength. Thank you, my sweeties, for watching with love. Subscribe, like and share with your friends. The kitten and Pikachu cry, but they plant hope, a heartwarming story that will make you cry. Hello, friends. Today, I'm going to tell you a very, very sad story, but don't worry, it will also warm your heart. Have you ever felt sad because you lost something you loved? In Bamiyan Valley, a faraway place where giant stone statues once stood but disappeared, a fluffy Persian kitten and Pikachu were sitting among the broken stones, crying so much. The little kitten, with its messy fur, was shaking and whispered softly, "My home is gone, everything is lost." He lost his cozy little house because of a big fight between grown-ups. you know? Pikachu, with his little yellow cheeks all dim, cried along with him, hugging the kitten, because he also felt very lonely in a world that doesn't seem to care. The cold wind went whoosh, and their tears mixed with the dusty ground. Oh no, my heart felt so tight. But guess what, little friends? They hugged each other really tight, and Pikachu made a tiny magic sparkle with his cheeks, a soft yellow light that lit up the kitten's sad little face. They promised to be okay, and together, they planted a tiny pink flower right in the middle of the broken stones. That little flower became their secret message of hope, showing that their love could fix everything, even the things that seemed the most broken. They learned that even when we cry, we can be strong if we have a friend by our side. If your eyes got a little teary like mine, hit that subscribe button now, friend. And don't forget to call everyone to watch this story. Share it with your best friends and your family, because everyone needs a hug full of hope. The kitten and Pikachu will be waiting for you with more cute and loving adventures. Subscribe, okay? The day Pikachu and the Persian kitten got their first subscriber. Cried in Dubai. A story that will touch your heart. Hi, little friends. Today, I'll tell you an emotional story that happened in Dubai, Arabia. Dubai is an amazing city, full of skyscrapers, artificial islands, and the biggest shopping mall in the world. But even in such a magical place, something very special happened. Pikachu and the Persian kitten were starting their YouTube channel. They were excited but also sad. What if no one subscribed? Would their dreams end right there? Then, something incredible happened. A sweet and kind child appeared, looked at them, and said, "I want to be your first subscriber." Pikachu and the kitten cried with joy. That child changed everything. And you can be part of this story too. Subscribe to the channel, like, and share so we can have more adventures full of emotions. Thank you, little friend. You are special. Tears in the Sands of Cabo Verde, the brave girl's journey. Hi, little friends. Let's travel to Africa, to Cabo Verde, near Santa Maria Beach, where golden sands meet the bright blue sea. But today, sadness fills the air. A little girl, with teary eyes, cries, "I need a computer to study and help my family." Without it, she can't edit videos or pass her studies. The wind blows strong, and as she trembles on the sand, her heart tightens, her dream is slipping away. Oh no, my eyes are tearing up too. Suddenly, she finds a magical seashell on the beach, filling her with courage. Want to see the miracle? But then, a wave almost takes the shell away. She screams, "No!" Will she lose everything? Subscribe, like, and share to help her journey. With the support of kind friends, she finally gets a computer and edits her videos with a big smile. The lesson? Together, we make dreams come true. Thank you, my angels, for your love. Like and share for more stories. Pikachu and Persian kitten, tears and hope in the ancient city of Herat. Hi, little friends. Today we're traveling to Afghanistan, to the ancient city of Herat. It's a place full of beautiful mosques, tall towers, and stories of kings and warriors that have lasted for centuries. People there love making colorful carpets and singing songs that warm the heart. But today's story is a bit sad. It was a cold night, and the Persian kitten, with dirty fur and trembling paws, was all alone among the broken ruins. He cried softly, "My family was taken away by the war, oh no!" Pikachu, with faded cheeks and droopy ears, was also there, feeling an emptiness in his little heart. The gentle rain fell, mixing tears with the dust on the ancient stones. Will anyone come to help? But then, in the darkness, Pikachu let out a tiny Pika and made a little warm light. They hugged tightly, trying to find comfort. Suddenly, some local children appeared. They saw the two so sad and offered them shelter in a cozy little spot. What a relief, right? Together, they planted a small pink flower among the ruins, symbolizing hope and unity. The lesson? Friendship brings courage and warms the heart, even in the toughest times. If your heart felt a little tight too, subscribe to the channel, leave a big, loving like, and share with your friends. Let's spread this message of love and hope. Thank you so much for watching. Tears of Hope in Herat, the kitten and Pikachu in search of love. Hi, little friends. Today we're going on a journey to a faraway place, the ancient city of Herat in Afghanistan. There are beautiful mosques and tall towers that hold stories of kings and warriors from centuries ago. People there make colorful carpets and sing songs that warm the heart. But today the story is a bit sad. It was a cold night, and the Persian kitten, with dirty fur and trembling paws, was all alone among the broken ruins, crying softly, "My family was taken away by the war, so sad." Beside him, Pikachu, with dim cheeks and droopy ears, looked up at the dark sky, hoping to see stars, but only saw smoke. Their little hearts felt so heavy. Will someone help them? Leave a like and subscribe for more touching stories. Suddenly, a faint glow lit up Pikachu's cheeks, and he let out a gentle Pika, lighting up the kitten's little face. That's when tiny footsteps approached. They were children, with kind eyes and warm smiles. They brought fresh bread, old blankets, and lots of love. The two felt the warmth of friendship, and together, they planted a little pink flower among the ruins, symbolizing hope and unity. The lesson? Friendship brings courage, even in the darkest moments. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's spread love and hope to those who need it. Thank you for watching, little friends.